applying human-centered design and rapid prototyping in AR and VR. I'm Tonya Hall for ZDNet and Tech Republic, and joining me is Diane Wang, lead user experience designer at Google AR/VR. Welcome, Diane.
Hi, Tonya.
So give us a brief summary of your professional experiences and of the product design awards you've received.
Of course. So my background is in computer science. I studied computer science at UC Berkeley, and that's where I went into HCI, so human-computer interaction, became super passionate about technology and its impact in everyone's day-to-day lives. And then I decided to go into UX design. So a big portion of my earlier career was at Nest Labs. I worked on experiences from whole home connected experiences to kind of singular product work. And so my biggest kind of accomplishment was working on the Nest Thermostat E. That one won a ton of design distinctions, including the IF Design Award, like DNAD, Red Dot, pretty much anything you're excited about. I'm so proud of it. But I also worked on like the Nest Thermostat E for Europe and other thermostat products. And after that, I kind of continued to build on my excitement for working across digital and physical, but also just working on new and emerging technologies. And so that's how I ended up where I am today. I'm now one of our lead designers for our rapid prototyping group here at Google AR/VR.
Okay, I'm going to get right into this. How do you define human-centered design, and how does it manifest itself into your work?
So human-centered design, I think is just the core concept is empathy. So just making sure that when you're building something, you're just keeping your the person you're designing for in mind. And a lot of it just comes down to asking questions of putting yourself in their shoes, what they might be going through in their day-to-day, and putting those as part of your kind of core considerations for how you're designing your product and your tech.
How does rapid prototyping apply to AR and VR?
Rapid prototyping, I think myself and my whole team, we share this philosophy. It's so central to AR VR because AR VR it's a new and emerging field, but it actually leverages so much new technology that we don't understand. So it's something that's extremely hard to even envision when it comes to possibilities and capabilities, unless you just actually do it. And so that's kind of where rapid prototyping comes in. We just kind of start doing things, seeing what's out there, and using that to inform some of our decisions along the way.
What technologies are on the horizon that will actually help AR and VR take that next step in the user experience?
I think we're seeing some really exciting stuff coming up. And I'll share what I can, but what we're seeing is definitely kind of a peek into what AR looks like collaboratively, which I think is very exciting. Generally, the field started off as a very singular individual experience, but now you're seeing people kind of interacting with each other. We're also seeing additional like signals or cues coming in. So us understanding what like audio looks like in this realm as well. And then we're also seeing a lot of the form factors coming together and being a lot more, how do I say it? It's a lot more mobile and lightweight. So people can actually start to incorporate these technologies into their lives a lot more easily.
What are some of the maybe personal challenges that you have to face trying to merge the right brain activities of art and design and the left brain activities of programming and functional performance?
I think that is a fantastic question. There's a lot when it comes to, I guess, communicating to the people around me. What I found is that generally, like in traditional fields, you have people kind of thinking in one dimension or people thinking in another. And it's hard for people to kind of understand when we make decisions that dive into one, but kind of still consider the other. And one example of this is when we're creating ideas, we like to create like a safe space where people can feel free to just roam around and throw out the crazy ideas. But for a lot of people who aren't used to that, they're very uncomfortable with the idea of no constraints. So I think a lot of it is around communicating and making sure that both pieces play a really integral part in strong ideas.
What advice would you offer young engineers looking to start their careers in AR and VR?
Yeah, I think a lot of rapid prototyping will come in. Obviously, because this is a field of a lot of specialists, it's really important to just really highlight your passion and your potential. And one really great way is to just start working with all the technologies and getting an understanding of what they are, when you use them, how they might apply, but also understanding kind of how you might work with other people to kind of continue something forward. I think people always want to hear and see how you might be when you work with them on a daily basis.
Diane Wang, lead user experience designer for AR and VR at Google. If somebody wants to connect with you, maybe they want to find out more about the work that you're doing, how can they do that?
Please check out my website. It's diane.io, and you can find me on all the social media platforms there.
Sounds good. And if you guys want to find more of my interviews, you can do that right here on ZDNet or Tech Republic, or go to my website, tonyahall.net. I've got links to all my social sites. Thanks for watching.